We are here with the Texas Blockchain Council, the Sovereign Wealth Fund Institute, and the Patel Family Office. My guest today is Lakshmi Narayanan, who is the chairman of the Sovereign Wealth Fund Institute. Lakshmi, thank you for joining.
Thanks, Lee, for having me today with you. It's my pleasure and privilege to meet everyone in the podcast.
And we are just weeks away from a groundbreaking event, New Age Wealth, that we're doing in partnership with all the aforementioned groups, in addition to Coinbase Institutional. Lakshmi, tell the viewers, what is your vision behind the event? Why the title New Age Wealth? Give us a little bit of background.
So we are an institution guys, right? We are a traditional investment guys. We have two hats. One is as a family office. For the last 50 years, we have been just focusing on traditional assets. That's what we understand. Then other side, being in chairman of an organization, which is a Sovereign Wealth Fund Institute, which works with sovereign wealth funds, pension funds, public funds, endowment funds, and also with family offices. And most of the time, our focus has been only on the institutional, traditional assets and the institutional strategies, which are basically the hardcore traditional capital markets or real estate, or assets which has been focused on highly regulated, which we can also call the old money assets, right? But what's happening in the last 5 years has been the new wealth of digital asset. There are two ways of looking at it. How the wealth creation, wealth generation is changing in the age of digital age, the new thing. The other aspect is how people are changing in overall towards the digital asset space. And the digital asset space has taken the market by a storm. And the current new government, which is an incoming government, is 100% pro to the digital asset space. The president has made multiple times speeches about the digital asset. He made his remarkable comments about the digital asset space. So that made us to take a look at it. How do we educate this? The whole idea is educating this to our community, the people who are traditional investors. We want to simplify this. And we want to bring in the trust element to educating this one. We are not a financial advisor. We are not a wealth advisors. We are not an speculators, or we are not a money managers to come and say what they should do, what they shouldn't do.
Provide information.
Our job is to facilitate through a platform that they can pick and choose the information what they want to pick and choose. So the idea was to bring in large institutions who are early adopters. That's the reason why the idea is to bring in S&P Global, Franklin Templeton, Apollo, Coinbase. If you look at all the speakers, we brought in some of the greatest speakers together around the world into a single platform, who are all large institutions who has been known for preserving capital, preserving individuals, family offices' wealth, who are also known for generating wealth for the individuals and the institutions. And they all already got into the space. They speak the language of what the large people, large individual, as well as the institutions want to hear. That's the reason why this event is purely an education event, educating people. The second aspect why we chosen a new age wealth, and we believe this is going to be the new age wealth. Not only youngsters, but also the institutions adopting to this one. Somebody called this as a millennial wealth, but for us, whether it's a millennial, Gen Z, for every category, everybody's today, anyone who has a mobile in their hand, sophisticated with using mobile, they should know about this.
Mm-hmm. They have access to it.
They have access to it, and we believe they should know about it.
Yeah. And this is all happening under one roof at Old Parkland in Dallas on February 12th. Old Parkland is a storied location in Dallas, hosts many of the Dallas family offices there. So beautiful venue. You've hosted events like this before. I attended one a year or two ago at up in Frisco at the Star, the Dallas Cowboys facility. Just a beautiful. You guys don't do anything unless it's at a 5-star classy venue.
I would say first and foremost, personally, I would like to thank you, Lee, for taking initiative. You guys, the Texas Blockchain Council, and you personally has been leading in change in the state of Texas to adopt blockchain and educating people about the mining industry of Bitcoin. I don't see, if you have not taken the leadership position and educating people, the amount of penetration that has achieved in the blockchain world in the state of Texas, specifically in Dallas. Most of the people know about Texas Blockchain Council, Texas Blockchain Association, and you have been successful in bringing 5,000 people under a venue other than Consensus, which used to happen in Austin, for a mining and a Bitcoin industry, bringing big industry around the world. That's also an let's call it inspiration for us. If you can bring in so much people in the mining and the Bitcoin industry, there's a huge potential to bring the tokenization and the future of wealth in Dallas. And we have been privileged to have accessibility to some of the greatest venues. We always want to do something in a class apart because our events are purely by invitation. There's no tickets, there's no sponsors. You won't see any brand logos running on the screens. It's purely running, and there's no sales pitch in our event. So it's purely highly educating people, engaging people, allowing people to explore the industry, explore the products, and finally empowering every individual. That's how our events has been designed. And we have been lucky enough to have this event in 2 different venues today this time. On February 12th, between 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., we are hosting the main event with 2 panel discussions. One on the tokenization space, and second is the institution adoption of Web3 space. That will be happening in one of the oldest buildings. I don't know how many people know about this one. This building has been built in 1930s. And they have something called a debate chambers. It's an colonial style, classic wooden chambers. Look like walking into a congress of a round enclave and people sitting. So it's a 200 people we will have on the main event. And then the evening we have a 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. on the Dallas Cowboys Hall of Fame. In the atrium of Dallas Cowboys, we have a gala dinner. Once again, we will have a panel discussion there with an addition to a small fireside chat about the tokenization space. That's how the event has been designed. It's a one-day packed for 300 people with more than some 50 people coming outside Dallas to be a party to that event.
Mm-hmm. And focused on asset allocators, family offices, and funds.
Yeah, purely focused on asset allocators, a large institution investors, single family offices, or a large wealth advisors. That's what our target audience in the room.
Yeah, and we should mention that retail investors, while they may benefit from subsequent things by regulation, can't be present because of the institutional nature of the event.
Yeah. So we are okay to invite ultra high net worth individuals.
Sure.
They can find in the TBC website, in the Texas Blockchain website. If you Google search Texas Blockchain New Age Wealth or SIFI New Age Wealth, they will find the link for that. If they are ultra high net worth individuals, they can register, be a part of the event. But we can't take any retail investors into the room, and there's not a solicitation, or we're not selling any product inside.
Yeah.
It's purely an education series for people to educate how is this new age wealth emerging, and why should they be part of the new age wealth.
Yeah, and even just yesterday we saw Apollo partner with a large financial institution. I can't remember if it was Goldman or somebody else to create a tokenized credit fund.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yeah, in a Solana and Inc. blockchain. Yes. Apollo is a $770 billion fund.
Yeah.
A large institution like this jumping into the space, it sends a lot of signal into the industry. Adoption is coming. BlackRock has done a BIDL token, and I think you may be following that.
Yeah.
Using an US Treasury bond. And then Franklin Templeton has done something called Benji token. HSBC has got into space. Standard Chartered Bank has got into space. Last 3 days, ABN AMRO Bank has been hosting an event in Holland, a large event of the digital assets. They have created a digital asset desk itself. One of the largest bank of the Dutch world. They got into the space. And if you go into Dubai, you can see publicly hoardings about digital assets. On the large hoardings about talking about people can transfer money. And I don't know whether you're following that one. Visa has launched a dashboard called Visa Analytics.
I saw that. Watching stablecoin transactions.
Stablecoin. People can track real time of stablecoin transactions. So Visa crossed a $5.6 trillion worth of stablecoin transactions the last 30 days. The stablecoin has crossed the size of the Visa's transaction.
Yeah. Now, is that in volume of transactions or in size, aggregate size of transactions, or both? I knew it was one or the other, but I don't know which one it is.
No. See, the way how it is how much amount of money is transacted every 30 days.
Got it. So it's an aggregate volume.
Aggregate volume using. So commonly people use in a traditional world wiring money. Wire is what the bank wires is what it is. Stablecoin has been an alternative medium. Other than people want to transact across the world. And that has crossed a $5.6 trillion in the last 30 days.
That's amazing.
In the last year, they done the data is not yet out, but 2023 it was $24 trillion. They're talking about last year should have been anything between $45 to $50 trillion last year. Still, the consolidated data is yet to be out. But the last 30 days has been an interesting period from the day the new government has been elected. And I even saw today morning one of the payment company in India has been approved a CBDC. This will be the first CBDC approved. India has been always against crypto space. But India is the highest adopter of crypto as on date. India has got 105 million crypto wallets.
Wow, that's a huge number.
Yes, India is the number one now. India is number one. Nigeria is number two. Indonesia is number three. US is number four on the number of crypto wallets and adoption.
Sure.
And
because there's 250 million people in Indonesia, and if half the people have crypto wallets, maybe not that high, but 25-30%. But in the US, it's more like 20%.
Yeah, US is a 300 million population, but India is a 1.3 billion population.
Yeah,
it's a 10% of the population. It's a big number.
Yeah.
Big number, because India is not. India also has an per capita income and all other data you have to see. But India has been one of the strongest growing economies in the world. Given that number 105 million people having a crypto wallet, that means adoption is so strong.
Yeah.
It's so strong. I can't believe. They were saying a lot of data. Insurance have not penetrated this number. The credit cards have not penetrated this number.
In India?
In India.
Wow.
Yeah, they're saying it's more than the number of credit cards penetration, more than the number of insurance penetration. It's more than the number of, they have given a factual check of what are all the things. It crossed everything.
Wow.
Faster, stronger penetration.
Wow.
That means it's penetrating. Yes, there may be wallets with $1 or a $5 or a $10. But if somebody is able to download a wallet and they know how to transfer the money or buy a token, or even they can get a free token and keeping it as a collectible,
Powerful.
It's powerful. And I don't know whether you followed. One more thing was the CEO of Coinbase is saying 1 million different type of tokens has been issued in the last 30 days.
Saw that. Yeah, that's crazy.
What?
Crazy.
Sometimes it's funny to also know 1 million tokens. How do you track? Right?
Depends on if most of them are on Solana, you can track them, but whatever blockchain they're on, as long as it's a public blockchain, you can track them. But how could you even contemplate that such a large number?
So there's the pump fund has got every 2 hours somebody's launching one new token. And Pump Fund has made it so simple. You can just issue a token in a 24 hours. All you need to have a name, and you have to have a 4-letter code that's not taken. That's it.
Wow.
And as long as you are willing to pay whatever the minting charges, in the next 12 hours, 24 hours, you will have a new token out.
Yeah.
But in one way of looking at it is very, very good. But it has 2 sides, good and bad sides. On a good side is very, very good. It's really democratized. It made everybody to get an accessibility. It's like I want to come to an IPO. It's not easy for everyone's cup of tea. So launching a token is like an IPO that you can come in. But other side, there are a lot of scam and a lot of useless things that may lead to spoil the market. So there's a challenge on the other side. So
there's not a lot of quality in those tokens.
Yes.
Zero quality in most of them.
Yeah, zero quality in most of them. So there's 2 sides to that one. But let's look at the positive side. And that's what we believe tokenization is going to be the future. Marrying traditional assets, any type of traditional assets, right? With the token world will be a game changer. Coinbase has been talking, bringing the stock market stocks into the tokenization world. That'll be a game changer completely.
Yeah.
What will happen? People can own the car mortgages. People have in the form of a token. What will happen if people can buy the insurance, life insurance policies of others, where it can be discontinued, can be tokenized and sold to somebody.
It's much more efficient marketplace.
What will happen? Because so those are the things, right? It will be everybody talk about real estate tokenization, gold tokenization. Until unless there's a product change, they are going to be a commodity. Too many people coming in, too many things. But the unique structures are going to feel like insurance. Insurance is an $8 trillion industry last year. $1.4 trillion premium has been collected in the insurance policy. So insurance is one of the largest markets. And the beauty of the insurance is insurance has got army of insurance brokers selling the insurance. So those people can sell this product. So you have the strong established distribution chain.
Yeah.
The distributions become easier. They can go to the same person and tell, do you want to buy, you pay the premium, do you want to hold it in the form of a token, and do you want to transfer in the form of a token to others? So that can be a game changer. Because insurance is an illiquid asset. Any illiquid asset can be converted into a liquid asset. That's a uniqueness of tokenization. And that's what we believe things are going to change. It's not going to be the same way. And that's what we want to educate to the audience.
And that's why people should join us.
Yes.
On February 12th. It's by the time this comes out on Monday, it'll be just a short 10 days away.
Yeah. In the next 10 days on 12th, the registration closes by 5th of February.
Yeah.
And anybody would like to attend the event, we welcome them to be part of this event.
Well, we're excited for it. Lakshmi, thanks for coming to have this conversation. And we will see you on the 12th, and hopefully many of you will sign up and come and join us.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to everyone in the event.
Hey, it's Amy. Click over here to subscribe, click over here for more content, and we'll see you next time.